All right. How are you guys doing tonight? Man, what a great crowd for a summertime evening. We are really excited to have you all here. My name's Danette Goodyear. You might have seen me from an email that may have passed your desk or something. And we are just really excited to have one of our great Royal Crown Diamonds, April Pointer, here with us tonight. And she is going to be talking about the new Everyday Oil Kit, which I know you're really excited about because we're really excited about it. Therefore, you should be too, because it is a great kit, and the new class, right? So you can be learning how to share these oils compliantly with your friends and family and acquaintances, so that you can help others have better health too, right? Because I'd like to ask this question every once in a while: how many in here are like totally ticked off at the person that shared oils with them? Like you're like, man, I can't believe they like forced me to use these oils and they're so yucky, and right? It's like, no, you're fired up that someone cared enough about your health to share these with you, right? I think that of our aunt and uncle that shared them with us. So we are excited that you're here to learn about that too. So the second part of our class tonight will be a great business portion, and one of our newest Young Living Diamonds, Michelle Carter, will be sharing with us. And let me just read a couple things she'll be talking about. Well, you'll notice that she has a great passion for sharing wellness. All right, so that will come through. So get excited. All right. How to speak with people about our incomparable Young Living products the right way, right? Just the correct legal way. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. In order to help them make great strides in living their healthiest lifestyle, right? So she is totally inspiring, easy to understand, and she will have ways to help you be able to share and grow your Young Living business like she has too. Sound good? So what we'll do is we'll have this class, then we'll break for 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and have the next portion of the class for tonight. So let me introduce to you April Pointer. April has been with Young Living since February of 2009, yes. Started building your business 4.5 years ago, am I right? So she has one of the largest teams in Young Living. So we are very excited to have her here with us. I know she's like, totally, can't believe you said that, but it's true. So I think you should know the truth. And we're here to share the truth with you tonight. So I'm really proud of her. She's a great encourager to not only, if you're not in her group, you probably know her because she's a great encourager for Crossline and Upline and corporate themselves. Everybody loves April. We're really excited to have you here tonight. So thank you for being here. Yeah, come on up. Welcome, Royal Crown Diamond, April Pointer.
Thank you, guys. Well, it's so good to see all of y'all's faces here. I want to know who came from the farthest tonight. Anyone come further than 30 miles? 60 miles? Whoa. Holy moly, San Diego. Anyone further than San Diego? Stand up for me. Who is that? Awesome. Heather. Heather's on my team. She just won a Thieves toothpaste.
Where's she from?
She's from McKinney. Well, she's in San Diego now. No. Oh, Thailand. I didn't know where you moved. I knew you moved. San Diego, Thailand, you know. Well, I want to start the night off with a little giveaway. We have two diffusers going up here. We have the home diffuser and the Aria diffuser. And I am diffusing my favorite 3 oils together. So for the people that can tell me the 3 oil, it can be just one at a time. You don't have to guess all 3 because we'd be here all night. But I just want to hear shout outs, and I'll point to you when you say what's in it. It's 3 different oils. I'll give you a hint. They're 2 singles and a blend. Orange is one. Who said orange first? I think I heard it over here. I'm going to throw this. Can you catch? It's depending on if I can throw. Everybody duck. Orange is one of them. Next. Mm-mm. Okay, I'll give you another hint. One is a green bottle. One is like a purpley red bottle. Okay, the blend starts with a P. Purification. Who said that over here? Okay, whoever can. No, just kidding. Come up here on the end. And the last one is a green bottle. Starts with an R. Rosemary. Who said that? Alyssa. You're welcome. Well, a little bit about me. Like Danette said, I got started about 6.5 years ago. It was winter, and we really needed some oils for our immune system. So we got started with thieves, and my sponsor, Mary Moore, loaned me her diffuser and sold me a bottle of thieves, and we were totally hooked after that. So Young Living came to town like they normally do every, 6 to 10 months to the Dallas area. And I decided that night I wanted to become a member. And I got on ER that night, and the rest is history. I guess I used the oils for about 2 years, got to know them, did a lot of research on them, read all my reference materials about them. There's tons and tons of things you can learn about online, just Googling essential oils, Young Living essential oils, and then, of course, our reference materials. There's lots of great books out there to learn from. So that's kind of, I taught myself how to use them, and, of course, I learned from Danette and Mary as well. So fast forward 2 years, and Michelle Skocek, right here, twists my arm into holding this class that she wants me to teach, and I just said no like 100 times, and then she was like, no, really, I need you to teach this class. You've been using them for a while, you know. So I taught it, and almost everybody enrolled. I think everyone but 1 or 2 people enrolled, and we got started on this journey together. So she's been a fantastic friend and support. My heavy leg right there. Everyone's a little lopsided, right? Well, I'm really excited to share with you guys these products that not only are going to take your wellness to new levels of vibrant health, but also create a foundation for you to begin your education of a lifetime. Now, I think everyone here has their own reasons why they want to learn and try essential oils. You've probably heard success stories from friends or family, maybe coworkers. Maybe you've done some research on your own at home. But tonight our focus is going to be on vibrant wellness. Now, experience is always the best teacher. How many people have got oil in their eye before? And what did you put in it? Water? No. The first time you may have tried to put water, but then you discovered, oh, I should use a carrier oil for that. And so when you got oil in your eye the next time on accident, what'd you do? Use a carrier, right? So I think experience is the best teacher. We can research all we want, but until, something happens to you, or you're trying to, take your health to different goals and levels, I don't know. But literally every body is different, and we're going to find multiple uses for each oil. And I want to help you guys learn tonight how diverse our oils are, and a great way to support our various body systems, our emotions, and then just to maximize your wellness overall. Now, I will say that I am not a medical doctor, and I kindly ask that you not ask me to treat, diagnose, cure, or ask me what oils to use for your diseases. There is so much information online that you can go online and look up your questions, so I'm just going to defer to that. There's lots of reference materials that you can ask your questions to on things like that, so please direct your questions there. Now, we are going to dig really deep today, but I really do implore you to do your own research at home. There is so much more to these oils than I'm going to even be able to touch on tonight. And like I said, through countless reference materials and online websites. I do want to preface everything that you hear tonight that I'm only talking about Young Living essential oils. They're the only ones that I know of that are guaranteed for purity and potency, because you're not going to find oils of this grade at a health food store. Why is that? Why do we choose Young Living over the health food stores? Anyone know? Quality, right? If Young Living wanted to compete with the perfume grade industry, we would have to lower our quality tremendously. Now, I'm going to be reading from these notes tonight, so don't judge me. It's the only way I can. Stay on track and not, because I will go off on 50 different bunny trails and we'll be here all night. So let's talk about essential oils. You guys are welcome to take pictures of these. When I get to the essential oil uses, I'm only going to rattle off about 3 uses because really that's really all our brain can really take and absorb. But you're welcome to take pictures of the slides because it has way more than 3 uses, and you can always come back to it and reference it as you're using your oils. So essential oils, what are they? They are volatile substances derived from plants, and they contain natural aroma and characteristics of the plant. They're extracted primarily through steam distillation, and we have some citrus oils that are cold pressed. They're potent, they're versatile oils, and they're often called the lifeblood of the plant. They are a healthy and safe, effective way to support our body systems on a consistent and daily basis. And they have protective properties in them, which are the plant's natural defense mechanism, and that's what gives them their therapeutic properties for our bodies. Purity. This is a huge deal. There are tons and tons and tons of essential oil companies out there, but what sets us apart is our purity. So we always want to take note of the fragrance of an aroma of an essential oil. Does it smell delicate? Does it smell rich? Does it smell organic? Can you smell chemicals in it? Do the aromas vary from batch to batch? Because when they do, it's an indication that they're distilled in small batches rather than industrially processed, huge, large-scale batches, usually with chemical solvents. It's common for oils to have different aromas with each small batch, and that's always dependent on the natural surroundings of the plant, like too much or too little water, droughts or too much water in a rainy season, too much sun, soil conditions, maybe not enough sun, even wind can affect the life of the plant. Now, cheap peppermint. Has anyone in here ever smelled a cheap peppermint before? What did it smell like? Peppermint plants, last time I checked, don't smell like candy canes, right? So peppermint oil shouldn't smell like a candy cane either. A real peppermint should smell very clean, crisp, green and earthy, and real minty, just like the plant after you rub your fingers through it. So what makes Young Living the world leader? Well, we are definitely the oldest and most trusted essential oil company in the world. We have over 25 years of research and experience, so that makes us the world leader, and also what makes us the world leader in producing and guaranteeing 100% pure, genuine, and therapeutic grade oils, which is vastly different than the cheap perfume grade oils you can find at the health food store down the road. Now, Young Living is the only essential oil company with their own farms, and because of this, they offer a seed-to-seal guarantee. Our proprietary seed-to-seal process is basically our promise to purity, providing essential oils without synthetic chemicals. Now, Young Living is all about farming. Well, let me talk about the different steps. First, we have the seed. From the time the seed goes in the ground till it's cultivated and it grows, and then it's harvested, and then they distill it, they test it, and then they seal the bottle. That's why it's called seed to seal. So Young Living is all about farming. How many of you have been to a Young Living farm? How many have been to more than one Young Living farm? Did you not have the time of your life there? Did you get to bathe in the floral waters? It was amazing. So amazing. So Young Living has thousands of acres of sustainable farmland that's organic. We have 9 farms and distilleries around the world. Again, no other company has that. Only Young Living has that. I'm so proud of that. I love that. They are worldwide. The farms are worldwide so that the plants can grow in the climate and the environment that they thrive in. We're not going to try to grow frankincense in Dallas, Texas. It would never work, right? Or if you try to bring ylang ylang here, have you ever picked ylang ylang down at the Ecuador farm? Anybody? Is it not like, could we grow that here? There's no way. So they're worldwide. We also have, when they do that, so the plant can reach its full potential. We might be able to grow that here, but we would never get the right kind of oil with the properties of the oil that Gary wants. We also have certified co-op and partner farms whose growing processes meet Young Living's strict quality standards. Now, the key to producing a therapeutic grade oil is to preserve as many of the delicate constituents or compounds, as we call them, or constituents within the oil, So our oils are distilled at low temperature and low pressure. That's really important because you can easily go to France. It's like the biggest lavender capital of the world. But it takes 15 minutes to dump a bunch of lavender in a pool size of this room full of chemicals and get lavender oil out of it. But it's adulterated, right? You don't want to put that on you or smell it or inhale it. So Young Living really goes to great lengths to do these smaller batches in our cookers and distill the oils at low temperature and low pressure. Now, a cheap perfume grade oil is distilled in high pressure and high temperature, again, like with chemical solvents, which is going to yield an adulterated oil that can actually still be labeled 100% pure and organic. I can come up here to Whole Foods and find oils there that are labeled 100% pure and organic. You know why? Because there's no regulation in the industry. Now, there are no pesticides, or I don't even know what slide I'm on here. Okay. There's no pesticides or chemicals used on our plants on our farms. Even the weeds on the farm are removed with a hoe. Who here has done that? Who here has slaved in the heat? Not slaved. Volunteered with a, grateful heart. It's actually kind of fun. So they're removed by a hoe or by hand, or as of last February, Jay Anderton, he's one of our farm guys down there, he said that they were starting to use steam to kill the weeds. Now, the distillation facilities are on site, and they do Brix testing on them. Brix testing is when they start pulling up the plants. They'll take a handful of lavender and they'll squeeze it in this machine, and it squeezes out the oil of the plant. And they can look through this magnifying glass, and they can tell if it's ready for distillation. It's really cool. So they do all of that as well. And we have both internal labs and third-party lab testing to verify that international purity and potency standards are met and even surpassed. Now, Young Living loves for their members to come out and be a part of the plantings as well as the harvest and even the distillation of the oils. And anyone can visit a Young Living farm. They just want you to call ahead so they know you're coming. Now, if you guys haven't started taking notes yet, this is where you're going to want to start. The difference between a carrier oil and an essential oil. This was like Greek to me. I had no idea what the difference was. I thought they were the same, and over time I learned the difference. The carrier oils are going to be your fatty vegetable oils, preferably organic and cold pressed. But these are your oils that feel greasy. They will eventually go rancid and expire, but they will dilute and cut up an essential oil. Essential oils are fat soluble, so they love carrier oils. A carrier oil would be olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil. Those are all really good examples. Now, we use carrier oil with an essential oil when an essential oil feels too warm or hot on the skin, or if you want to spread your oil further over a larger area of the body like your legs or your back. Carrier oils don't usually need to be used on the bottom of your feet. Now, an essential oil, on the other hand, they are greaseless, and a pure therapeutic grade oil should actually never expire. If you have any other brand than Young Living, I encourage you to look and see if it has an expiration date on there. A real oil should not expire. They are volatile. They will evaporate, so keep your lids on. Don't press it down enough so that the thing pops up at the top, but just keep them on snug. Now, essential oils have multiple uses, and they are great for supporting all body systems. We have 12 body systems. They are great to support skeletal, muscular, cardiovascular, digestive, endocrine, nervous, respiratory, lymphatic, urinary, reproductive, and integumentary systems. Who knows what the integumentary system is? Your skin, right? Your biggest organ. Now, the FDA requires labeling for either dietary or cosmetic use. This just came about in the last several months. So you'll notice that lavender used to be labeled as a supplement, but they made Gary choose, how do people actually use this the most? And he said aromatically, that's how it's mostly used. So he chose to choose the aromatic over the dietary. And so anyway, that just means that we had to choose a primary usage that most people use with our oils. And since each one can be used in so many different ways, you're still free to do what you want with your own family. So keep that in mind, that the bottle is just the primary suggested use. You can start off with the primary use on the bottle, and then you can go from there as you see fit. Many like to experiment with that. I'm one of them. And Young Living also follows the French model of essential oil application due to the extremely high quality of our oils. Definitely research that. French model. Now, we use essential oils in 3 ways. The first way is topically, and this is absorbed through our skin, even through your pet's fur. I have cats, and so I would never dare use another brand of oil on them because I know that a lot of essential oils can kill a cat, but Young Livings don't. In fact, I have an oily vet, which is amazing. So, but with cats, you definitely need to dilute your oil at least 90% with a carrier oil. So I'll put, like half a drop of oil in my hand and put 90% more carrier, and I'll just pet them. And so their fur acts like a wick and just sucks it up. Because of their molecular structure, the oils are very rapidly absorbed into the skin. It just takes seconds to get into the bloodstream. VitaFlex points on the hand and feet, your spine, your ears, they relate to different body systems in your body. And they are basically the same electrical pathways in the body that acupressure, acupuncture, and massage work off of. Just Google reflexology when you get home and print off a chart, and that's a great way to know where you can apply your oils on your feet. We have really big pores in the bottoms of our feet. In fact, if you're a super sensitive person, you might even taste the oils in your mouth after a few minutes of putting them on the bottom of your feet. That's not everybody, but really sensitive people might taste it because it just gets into the system so quickly. So the pores on our feet are really big. They have really great absorption. So keep that in mind next time you're walking barefoot. If you just maybe cleaned your floor with bleach, or if you are walking around a gym or a public swimming pool or something like that. Even fertilizers in the yard can affect you, your children, your pets. Before we started doing organic lawn, my husband fertilized with something from Lowe's. And that was not organic. And I went outside to talk to my kids, and within 4 or 5 minutes, I was vomiting. And I didn't know why. I was like, I just felt fine like 5 minutes ago. And as I was heaved over, I saw all the little granules. And I was like, oh, yeah. So I bet I'm absorbing that in my feet. So do your research on using oils with pets. Some species require more dilution. Some weights require more dilution. And also, if an oil is hot to you, it's going to be hot for your pet. Okay? So never put straight oregano or thieves or anything like that on your pet without diluting it. Second way is inhalation. You can rub a couple drops between your hands and just cup it over your nose. That's a great way to inhale. Also diffusing. Who in here has a diffuser, an essential oil diffuser? Do you love it? Do you use it every day? I love mine. I don't even know how many we have in my house. Uh-oh. Did I just turn that off? Oh. Okay. What are we talking about? Inhalation. So your diffuser, does it put off like hot steam, or is it like a cool vapor? It's a cool vapor, right? I've had many people worried that their little 2-year-old is going to pull it over and burn themselves, but it's a cool vaporizing diffuser, so you can hold your hand right over it and it doesn't burn you. It just vaporizes the water and the oils and gets them into the air to breathe. Now, those are all ultrasonic diffusers. We also have a TheraPro and another one. What's it called? The Aromilux, but the one before that I got started with. I don't even remember the name of it. So long ago. The oil, they had a little oil well. Yeah, they just called it a diffuser. But it puts straight oil into the air. Now these over here, like these little ones on the table, they cover about 600 square feet. And it's a great way to purify your environment. I will say essential oils should never be put in some kind of a burner. Don't ever put it into one of your little things that, that heats up wax, or maybe something that you put a little flame underneath. Don't ever do that with your essential oils. Now, diffusing is a great way to wake up a room of people or maybe even relax them. What would you call it, some oils you would use to wake up to? Those are all good. My favorite is probably RC or eucalyptus to wake up with. What about to relax a room of people with? Yeah, lavender, stress away. I love Sacred Mountain. That's one of my favorites too. So it's a great way to safely make your home smell amazing without toxic air fresheners. I do want to talk toxic air fresheners for a second because 75% of American homes own them. A really large percentage, which about 75% is what I read, have synthetic air fresheners in their home. Formaldehyde is actually a common ingredient in these air fresheners and even in candles. Formaldehyde is a leading cancer-causing chemical. And the toxic chemicals in conventional air fresheners and candles is why you can't smell your plug-in after a few days. Have you ever noticed that? Like you'll plug it in and a few days go by and you're like, I can't smell that anymore. Because it can deaden your olfactory nerve. So want to stay away from formaldehyde or things that have formaldehyde in them. It's actually what you get embalmed with at the morgue. I will wait until then. So this might be a newsflash, but that is not like a real cinnamon stick in your candle. It is fragrance poured into your candle made up of possibly up to 300 chemicals in it. Anything labeled fragrance can have up to 300 chemicals in it and just be called one thing, fragrance. So instead of air fresheners, we diffuse. And Young Living has a ton of diffusers to choose from. The last way we use them is internally. You can drop them in empty capsules. You can drink it, drop them into your drink, drop it straight in your mouth. Some oils are really hot. Anyone ever put oregano straight in their mouth? Anyone ever played like Truth or Dare with that? Am I the only one? Yeah, it is hot mama, right? Okay, so you can also, some oils are hot, and so adding them to a small spoon of olive oil or coconut oil will take the heat out. If you're wanting to take oregano internally and say you don't do pills, dropping it in your water is probably going to set your mouth on fire. But if you mix in a little teaspoon or tablespoon of olive oil or coconut oil, maybe add a little bit of raw honey to that, that is a lot more palatable and it won't burn your mouth. Thieves is the same way. Lemon can be hot for a lot of people as well. So kids do really well with it mixed in olive or coconut oil and raw honey. Now please note that citrus oils need to be consumed out of a glass or stainless steel. If you like water bottles, you can get stainless steel water bottles. Put your drop of water in there. Here's some other ones. This is a glass one that's got rubber around it in case you drop it. Okay, so in using essential oils, if in doubt, follow the labels. But many like to experiment with all three uses listed here. Topically, inhalation, and internally. Oh, one way I didn't talk about with inhalation is tenting. And that's when, during the winter or something, if you want to support your immune system, you can put a couple drops of eucalyptus or rosemary or your oil of choice into a bowl of hot water. You're not trying to diffuse it. You're like you would. Remember how I said not to put it in like a candle burner or anything like that? But if you just put it in a bowl of hot water, that's fine. You can put it in the bath. That's fine. But when you get it really hot, that's when you're going to destroy it. So if you put it in a bowl of hot water and then you tent yourself with a towel or a small blanket and just stay in there for a little bit, a couple minutes, and just really inhale the vapors is another great way to inhale the oils. Now there are two places we do not use essential oils. They are not the two you're thinking of. The two that we don't use are in our eyeballs, and then like deep dropping into the ear canal. If you're wanting to support your lymphatic system, we've got lots of lymph nodes right here, so I will apply my essential oils to my outer ear, out here, and if it's a hot oil, I'll dilute it, but I don't drip it into the ear canal where it's going to pool at the eardrum. That's what we don't want. If it accidentally happens or it gets in your eye, it's not going to damage anything. It's just going to sting like the dickens. So what do? Carrier oil, right? Have you ever been so desperate for carrier oil? We were driving down the road one time, and my son got peppermint in his eye, and I had to pull over. There was a Subway, which I hate Subway, but I pulled over, and I asked for a salad dressing that was like an oil and vinegar, and it worked. In a pinch, it worked. Milk, butter, those would, in an emergency situation where you're at a restaurant and you just accidentally get something in your eye, anything of fat, because they're fat soluble. So you just have to get creative in your head. You could mix that with to dilute it. Don't use water. don't use water. Oil and water don't mix. And it'll actually make your sting a lot worse. So next we're going to talk about the Everyday Oils kit, our new kit that we just came out with in June. This is going to be the starter kit that has 10 oils plus 1 bonus oil. There are 5 single oils and 6 blends. So we're going to start with the singles. This has a zillion uses. I would never try to read that off at a class and expect you guys to remember that. So you're welcome to take photos of that. I am just going to talk about 2 or 3 because I don't want to overwhelm you guys. But you're welcome to come back to it as you use your lavender. This is also called the Swiss Army knife. It literally probably has over 1,000 uses. This and frankincense are probably the 2 most versatile oils that we have. My favorite uses of this list is to use a few drops in the bath. I love for my kids to take a bath in lavender. We keep a big bag of Epsom salts on our bathtub. And do your kids gravitate to your tub too? Like we have 3 other bathrooms, and they come to mine every night. I don't know why. So I keep this bag of essential oils. I keep a stainless steel measuring cup in it, and I scoop out the Epsom salt, and then I'll drop 2 or 3, 4 drops of essential oil into it, let it soak into the salts for maybe 30 seconds, a minute, and then I dump it into the tub. It's amazing. I like to diffuse or apply it topically to unwind as well. It's a great moisturizer for healthy skin. And it's a great oil that can complement most of your favorite shampoos, liquid soaps, linen sprays, your lotions. Whether you have one already or you make your own, it's a great oil to complement those. The emotions that lavender works on is abandonment and feelings of security. Now, the skin is our largest organ of elimination, and lavender helps support the normal process of that. It's great for use topically with menstrual cycles, and it's got a really sweet and floral aroma. And it's actually one of the key ingredients in our really great supplement called Sleep Essence, which, if y'all ever taken Sleep Essence, these are little soft gels. I love this stuff when I'm traveling, because I tend to overdo it when I'm traveling, and I just want to go everywhere and see everything, and get up at the crack of dawn and go to bed at midnight, and I expect my family to follow suit. But I want to see it all, so that really helps me sleep and rest. How does lavender make you guys feel when you use it? Peaceful? Anyone else? It reminds you of what? Makes you take a deep breath? Mm-hmm. That's a good way. Next is peppermint. Our peppermint is really pure, and it's so pure that 1 drop is about as strong as 26 cups of peppermint tea. It really packs a punch. Like I said earlier, a real peppermint is going to smell minty and earthy and green, while others are going to smell sweet and sugary. A few uses for peppermint would be, it's very refreshing and cooling in your water, or if you drink iced tea. This is the South. Of course, everyone here drinks iced tea. But if you put a drop in your tea, whether it's hot or iced, it's very, very cooling. 1 drop, thumb pressed to the roof of the mouth for fresh breath or just to clear your head. Great oil for occasional anxiety. Promotes healthy bowel function, efficient digestion, and a healthy gut. It supports the body's natural response to injury or irritation. And it has a very high menthol content, so it smells very clean. Now, it is a key ingredient in Deep Relief, a favorite. Who here uses Deep Relief? It's a roll-on, so you can just roll it wherever you need it, wherever you need deep relief. And then it's also a key ingredient in our Breathe Again, which is also another roll-on. And roll-ons are really great to travel with or keep in your purse. They're great topical application. Bottle. Very convenient for application. Peppermint is actually in over 50 Young Living products. It's also in a couple of our massage oils that I brought tonight. This is the Relaxation and then the Ortho Sport. This is another great thing you can put in your bath. It doesn't make your bathtub gross or grimy. You just, I scoop out, again, a cup of Epsom salts and put 2 squirts of either Ortho Sport or the Relaxation one, or whichever massage oil. I think we've got 5 or 6 to choose from, and let the Epsom salts absorb that, and then you just throw it in the bath and soak it up, and your skin absorbs the carrier oil, or I think there's about 6 carrier oils maybe in there. I'm not sure. There's several. Yeah. How do you guys like peppermint? How does that make you feel when you use it? Refreshed? Alert? Anyone else? Cool? Who's taking this to convention? Oh, yeah. How many of y'all are going to convention? I am so excited I can't stand it. Like, I just cannot stand it. I'm so excited. Okay, next is frankincense. This is our third single oil. Now, frankincense has our very own frankincense and myrrh tree farm in Oman. There's trees there that are really, really old. How old is the oldest tree there, Danette? Would they say like 1,000 years old or 800 years old? Something like that. I think Nancy told me that. So frankincense was valued more than gold during ancient times, and today it's still actually just as valuable. It's a very precious oil. I refrain from saying that it's expensive because I think it's worth every penny. It's valuable. It's just a valuable, precious oil. So don't take it for granted. The distillation process is very lengthy and detailed. It actually takes about 6 to 12 months because the resin has to be cured. Once they tap the tree and pull the resin out, it has to be cured in caves for about 6 to 12 months, and then they crush that resin, which are kind of like little pebbly rocks, and they somehow miraculously pull oil out of that. They crush it into a powder and then distill oil out of that. So it was one of the 3 gifts brought to Jesus because it was valuable. So your home should not be without it. Frankincense includes a naturally occurring constituent alpha-pinene, and this is a really great constituent to research on your own time. You're going to find some amazing stuff out about that constituent and how it works in frankincense. Great oil for temporary sadness or feeling blue or even occasional anxiety. These are emotional lows that pretty much every person on the planet experiences at some point in their life. And having frankincense on hand is a great must. There are blends that have frankincense in them. So if you don't have frankincense in your possession, you can always use your blends that have it. My favorite blends to use with it are Valor and Believe. 3 to 4 drops over the neck and outer ears is how I use it when I'm emotionally very out of whack. Just as normal lows. Everybody has those days, right? So I will do that, and then I'll layer it with something that's like really cool and refreshing, and it works really great. I love it. It's great to center your emotions because it's just really grounding. It supports healthy cell regeneration in the body. Do we want abnormal cells replicating in our body? No, we want our normal cells regenerating to keep us in vibrant health. It supports focus and healthy cognitive function. It can smooth the appearance of healthy-looking skin. It's got a very woodsy, warm, and fresh aroma. And it is a key ingredient in 2 of our supplements. One is called Longevity. Does anyone take Longevity in here? This is like one of Young Living's best kept secrets. I love this stuff. It's got some really amazing, powerful oils in it. And then, what's the other one? Oh, Cortistop. And Cortistop is great for the endocrine system. So frankincense is in both of those. Lemon is our last single oil. Sorry if you guys can't read that. Just take a picture of it and then just, tap into it. So our lemon oil comes from the rind. It does not come from the juicy, pulpy middle. So it is going to be safe for tooth enamel, especially when you're drinking it. It can cleanse our cells and help with the body's normal detoxification process. Everybody has a normal detoxification process in their body. So lemon just helps with that. It's got a very happy scent. It can be a hot oil to many, so you might need to dilute it with a carrier oil. Maybe the suggested use for lemon oil from Young Living is a dietary. So if you're using it like on your, to drink, and if it's maybe too hot in your throat or something, you can add a little bit of olive oil or something like that to your throat. It doesn't happen to most people, but occasionally it does if you're using it for other ways. Now, if I had a balloon in front of me and I dropped a drop of lemon oil on it, it would, pop. Because lemon and citrus oils eat petrochemicals. So it's really important, again, that you're drinking out of a stainless steel or a glass if you're consuming your lemon oil. Lemon is probably my favorite oil for occasional heartburn because it helps support a healthy pH and normal pH. 5 body systems I tagged on here: circulatory, urinary, digestive, lymphatic, and immune systems. So it's a pretty versatile oil. It's a key ingredient in some of our skincare, actually, and bath gels and hair care products. And it smells very clean and lemony, like citrus. I think it makes me feel very invigorated. The emotions that go with it are if you're feeling stuck or angry. How do you guys feel when you use lemon? Can't hear you. Refreshed, happy, sunny, productive. Yes, for sure. Next is copaiba. This is a really popular oil in South America because that's where the trees grow. It's traditionally used in the Amazon for multiple things, but for the keynote things are probably oral health, the throat, and for the digestive system. Just mix a couple drops with warm water or honey and create a little tea for yourself. There's so much published research on this oil. This is definitely one you want to look up and do some research on. So it's great, again, for digestive, respiratory, and lymphatic systems. Temporary physical discomfort associated with maybe aging or exercise. It includes a naturally occurring constituent called alpha-humulene and beta-caryophyllene. That is actually, copaiba has the highest known amount of beta-caryophyllene at 55%, which is higher than any known essential oil. So research beta-caryophyllene and see what it does, because it will absolutely blow you away. It is very sweet and woody aroma, and it's a key ingredient in both Deep Relief and in Breathe Again, which are 2 of the roll-ons that I have up here. Grapefruit, they make a great little topical, easy topical application, I should say. Okay, so let's move to the blends. Thieves. Who here, if you've never used Young Living before, but you have heard of Thieves? Raise your hand. Yeah, people talk about this stuff because it's worth talking about. Thieves Oil Blend was created from after a group of 15th century thieves who would rob the bodies of the dead and the dying during that century. And these robbers rubbed themselves in oils and spices to support their immune systems. So when they were apprehended, they disclosed their formula of herbs, spices, and oils that they used actually in exchange for a more lenient punishment. And Thieves is Young Living's #1 seller, hands down. So they created, I got ahead of myself here. They created a whole Thieves lineup of products. Some of our favorite uses for Thieves Oil Blend are for the immune system, but also for cardiovascular and respiratory systems. Digestive too. It can contribute to overall wellness. Great oil to take year-round. It is a hot oil, though, so you might need to dilute it. So it helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels that are normal. Oral care, fantastic oil for oral care. When I'm traveling, I always forget something. So usually when I forget my toothpaste, I will use either Thieves, and it's really hot on my gums, but the clove in it numbs it, and I can't feel it after a while. Or I'll use peppermint. It's a great one to complement your favorite beverage with. You just add a cup or a drop to a cup of maybe warm water, or brings a spicy zing to either apple juice or apple cider. Danette makes a really fantastic crock pot of apple cider. I think she puts 3 to 5 drops of Thieves in it. It's really amazing, especially like during the holidays. You can make a gargle out of it with salt and water. And Thieves is a key ingredient in many products. Like I said, Young Living has a whole lineup of Thieves products. My favorite one is the household cleaner. And this cleaner does everything, you guys. That little bottle, where is it? Oh, it's over here. Whoops. So this is a bottle of concentrate right here. It's about 14 ounces, I think. This will make 28 bottles of this. And this is like 20 bucks. So that calculates to be around 75 cents to make a bottle of non-toxic cleaner that you can clean with and feel good about cleaning around your kids with. It doesn't trigger breathing conditions. I mean, I can go to Whole Foods and I can spend $50 or $60 on 8 different cleaners that do 8 different things. Or I can spend 75 cents on a bottle of Thieves Cleaner and it does everything. So I love how versatile it is. Did I miss anything? Yeah, you can afford to have one under every counter pretty much. It comes in 2 sizes, the 14 ounce and then I think like a 60 something ounce, 64 ounce maybe. I can't remember, but it's big. You can add it to your laundry or dishwasher. You can clean high chairs, your fruits and vegetables with it, countertops, floors, toilets, glass. I really, my friend Jen Weir, I was using Young Living for probably 3 years before I ever even tried it on my glass and mirrors because I thought, there's no way. There's nothing that works on that, right? Except for like really toxic stuff. And I was at her house getting my hair cut, and I said, well, why are your windows so clean? And she said, I just use Thieves Cleaner. And I was like, get out. I didn't think that would really work. So I went home and started cleaning my glass and windows with it and mirrors, and it works amazing. No streaks. I was floored. In fact, at our old house, we had a guy come clean our windows for us, and I said, oh, you can't use your stuff. You have to use this right here. And he fell in love with it. He said, I've never had anything work so well on the grime and gunk that gets built up outside. So, yeah. It depends on what you're cleaning is what the dilution ratio is. And the bottle has dilution ratios recommended on it. So if it's something like that really needs cleaning, you could probably do 3 to 1. But that's too much. There's 100 to 1. There's 30 to 1. Did I say 3 to 1? I didn't mean that. 15 to 1, 30 to 1, and then there's 100 to 1. I'm not good with math. So I just pour a couple capfuls in that bottle. Usually I just do 1 capful. If it's something that's really gross, I will do 2 capfuls. I might add a couple drops of an essential oil to it that I love. There's no real magical number behind that. So this is the Thieves lineup. We've got multi-surface wipes, toothpaste, dental floss, mouthwash, hand purifier, a purifying spray, bar soap, lozenges, and mints. I'm probably leaving something out. How many of you have never tried anything Thieves? Okay, you 4 come up here. Yes. Here you go. These are a couple of Thieves products for y'all. And did you have another Thieves cleaner? Or a lozenge? Can I take a lozenge? Yeah. Okay, I just had 4 things, so that's why I said 4 people. So I hope you guys enjoy those and fall in love with Thieves because it's a phenomenal, phenomenal oil. So Thieves it smells like a lot like Christmas, a lot like autumn. It's very warm and spicy. It's a great oil. Next is purification. And that was in my diffuser that has turned itself off. But purification, rosemary, and orange is my favorite 3 oils to diffuse together. So purification is a blend of 6 oils. It's got citronella. Anyone heard of citronella? Lemongrass, rosemary, tea tree, lavender, and myrtle. It can neutralize mildew smells, any room with a litter box, burn dinner, most disagreeable odors. It's a really good air freshener. In fact, I'll put a couple drops like diaper pail for sure. Yeah. It's great for a neti pot or a nasal irrigation system, just no more than 1 drop. If you know how to use a nasal irrigation system, you know what I'm talking about. You just add 1 drop of oil to your salt, and then you add your salt to your water. One of its key ingredients, like I said, is citronella, which is great for all kinds of stuff. You can put a few drops on cotton balls, maybe place it on vents in your car or vents in a house or a hotel room. Great to add to an Epsom salt bath. A lot of pet owners actually add a drop of this to their pet's collar and adds a couple drops to their pet's shampoo because it's really great oil for outdoors and camping, like if you want to be like annoyance-free. You guys can, translate that. Carpet deodorizer, cat urine stains. Does anyone make their own homemade deodorant in here? This is a great one for that. Or if you're traveling and forget it, like I do all the time, you can just use it as the deodorant. I've used lavender like that too. It's got a very clean and crisp aroma. How do you guys feel when you use purification? Clean? It's just a happy, invigorated, annoyance-free. Okay, next is Panaway. This is a blend of 4 oils: peppermint, wintergreen, clove, and helichrysum. Did your kids ever have like their legs or like hurting in the middle of the night? Like every kid goes through this, right? When they wake up in the middle of the night. Panaway is such a great oil for those like normal growing processes of the body. Stretch it with some carrier oil. It's great. Great for apply topically after exercise or sports to soothe overworked or tired muscles. It's got some powerful constituents in it like methyl salicylate, menthol, and eugenol. Please go home and look up those constituents. They are phenomenal constituents. Great chest rub and is great for exhaustion. It's very crisp and minty aroma. It's got peppermint and wintergreen, so it's got that real minty scent to it. Next is Digize. Totally could not live without this oil. It goes everywhere with me. It's one of Young Living's most popular blends before it joined the lineup of this kit. This is a brand new kit, so it was probably the thing that people ordered on their second order. I'm really glad they put it in this kit now. But it's a blend of 8 digestive oils: ginger, fennel, peppermint, patchouli, juniper, lemongrass, tarragon, and anise. It is a very unique and proprietary blend of Young Living's. It's definitely a favorite. The fennel, I don't know if you know this, but fennel actually dates all the way back to the ancient Egyptians. So they knew. A couple drops on your tongue or in your water after a meal is good. You could take it with maybe essential zymes to support your digestive wellness regimen. It can promote cleansing and normal detoxification of the skin. It supports respiratory and digestive systems and healthy elimination. You can add it to a capsule for digestion support at any time. It's definitely a favorite when you're traveling. Everything seems to stop. Am I the only one? When you're traveling, do things just like shut down? Sometimes they do for me. So Digize and peppermint are a great thing, a little combo you can put together to add to a drink. It is an ideal companion for one of our supplements called Comfortone, which will really help elimination if you're needing that. And maybe times where, related to motion and travel when you get really uncomfortable. Next is RC. This is probably in the second order as well, but they just put it in this kit, so I love it. It's a blend of 10 oils. It is a huge, amazing powerhouse. Cypress, spruce, myrtle, marjoram, pine, lavender, peppermint, and then 3 species of eucalyptus. So this is a good one to apply to the bottom and the top of your feet or your chest at night. A lot of people call it spa in a bottle. Kind of really creates a very soothing atmosphere. It's a great oil after you get a pedicure. For a cuticle oil, and you didn't do the pedicure, you went and got it done. Pre-workout invigorator. This is a great oil to do tensing with, like we talked about earlier. A bowl of hot water, a drop or 2 of RC or eucalyptus or whatever you're wanting to do. But RC is a good one, and then you just put a towel over your head with the bowl and just inhale the vapors. some people use this in place of aroma seeds during the raindrop if they don't have aroma seeds. So that's neat. It's got a very fresh, invigorating, and woody, very earthy aroma. How do you guys feel when you use RC? Opened up? Anyone else? It's very comforting, right? To take you back to your childhood? Now that was the list. That was all 10 oils. This Stress Away is a bonus oil that comes in this kit. So this is oil number 11. Now Stress Away is a blend of 11 oils. It's very unique. It's unlike any other oil or blend that we have. It's got vanilla, lime, and other essential oils that make it the perfect natural solution to combat stress that creep into everyday life. If you drip out some Stress Away on your hand out of the bottle, or you roll it on, because it comes in both a 15 ml and a roller bottle, you'll see little specks of brown in that. Please don't think that it went bad, because that's the vanilla that's in it, like real vanilla. So that's why it gives it its very exotic, sweet smell. It's amazing. But you can put it in your water. It has copaiba in it. We talked about that earlier. It's very calming calming and soothing for oil for tension. Great for occasional anxiety. It can promote confidence and maybe a happy and stress-free mood or environment. Can make a really phenomenal perfume. How many of you have stopped using like chemical fragrances? No more perfumes, and you just use your oils? Good for you guys. That's awesome. Good for you guys. Oils make a great perfume. So Stress Away is a great one for the bath. You can massage it. Lots of ways to use Stress Away. How does Stress Away make you feel when you use it? Calm. Happy. Able to teach middle school. Maybe able to homeschool. Either one. Lots of great uses. So that concludes the Everyday Oils kit. And we just covered 11 powerhouses that make up this kit. I did not even come close to touching on every use, like I said before. They can be incorporated to anybody's lifestyle. I hope you guys go home and research more about how amazing they are. There's so much research out there. Now, have you guys ever tasted like a really cheap wine before, or like crappy processed cheese? Yeah, exactly. We all have. Have you ever had like a really fine wine or like a nice European cheese that's aged and like really good? Is there a difference? Absolutely. So Young Living is like your fine wine, your fine cheese of essential oils compared to the cheap stuff you can find at the store. So please don't run to the health food store thinking you're going to find something of this quality there. I absolutely guarantee you won't, unless it's some little mom and pop shop that retails essential oil, Young Living. So I suggest that the day your kit arrives, when you get your kit, that you start using your oils right away and pick one to read up on every single day, and just stick with that one for the day. Because getting 11 oils, it's a fantastic deal for the oils, but when you get 11 that's all at once, it can be really overwhelming, and people can just like let it sit in the box because they're too afraid to dip into it. Maybe they're scared they have to learn everything about it, and you absolutely don't. So pick one oil, study up on it each day, and use it. It's just 11 oils, and at the end of 2 weeks, I bet you'll have multiple aha moments of your own, experiences of your own, in just 2 weeks. So the kit also comes with some other goodies, like a roller fitment, which can turn any bottle into a roll-on. You just pop it on and screw on the cap with it on there. It comes with some sample sachets and bottles to share oils with friends with. And then actually the box itself is quite a keepsake. Jeanette, will you come hold up the box for me? The box itself is a beautiful keepsake to store stuff in. So this one on the end over here. It's really pretty. Watch out, I'll fall out. It's kind of a mess in here. So it's got these little cards that you can put your little sample sachets in. It also comes with the roller fitment and some Ningxia Red. Can you see that? My favorite part about this kit, you guys, is that it comes with a free diffuser. We didn't used to have that. You guys are so lucky. So, these little sachets have about 6 or 7 drops in them, and you can use them for travel, or you can use them to gift somebody with. If it's thieves or lemon, please tell them that that is a hot oil and what to do. Because when I got that bottle of thieves from Mary several years ago, she told me, oh, if you get this in your eye, and I was like, that's stupid. Like, who would get that in their eye, you know? It was not 24 hours later, literally at 3 in the morning, that I had it in my eye because I was using it. And then I just rubbed my eye because I wasn't thinking. Thank God she told me. So the little sample sachets and then these cute little 2 ml bottles that you can share your oils with. And then these little cards that snap onto your 2 mils. Aren't those cute? Great, great way to share it. Love it, share it. Now, there are other diffuser options available at different kit pricings as well. So the home diffuser, which is down there on the very end, the purpley one, and then the one next to it, the dewdrop diffuser, are the same price for the kits. And then the other 2 next to them, they go up in price a little bit. So the starter kit comes with 2 packets of Ningxia Red. And Ningxia Red is our superfood antioxidant drink that replenishes many nutrients in the body. I don't know if you saw me downing some of these before I started talking, but these go with me everywhere. If I keep like 1 or 2 just in my purse for my kids, because when they start having meltdowns somewhere, this is what helps. My friend Melissa Pepping, she lives out in the country in the middle of nowhere, and her house is like half a mile or something from the road. Maybe it's a fourth of a mile. And so she will put Ningxia packets in her mailbox for her kids. So when they get off the bus, they drink the Ningxia, and by the time they get to their house, they have really great attitudes. It's genius, isn't it? Yeah, and you can freeze them and make little popsicles and slushies out of them. You can do all kinds of stuff. But they're very high in antioxidants. They support normal cellular function and great for eye health. A lot of people prefer it chilled, but you don't have to drink it chilled. You can absolutely drink it room temperature. And you can add a few drops of essential oil if you buy it in the big bottles. It comes in the little travel 2 ounce and then the big bottles. And a lot of people will just drink them out of a little shot glass because that's roughly 1 or 2 ounces. And then they'll add essential oils to it. My favorite to add to it is cinnamon or thieves. Orange is another good one. How does Ningxia Red make you guys feel when you drink it? Pretty energized, right? Do you drink it after 4 p.m.? Some people can. There's no caffeine in it. There's no ephedra. There's nothing bad in it. It just supports your body's natural ability to get through the day and have energy. So it doesn't make you jittery or shaky. It's just purely fruit juices, which is made out of wolfberry juice and some other fruit juices, and then essential oils. That's all that's in it. Now, there's 2 ways to get Young Living products. Well, first of all, how many of you think you could use this kit in your home? Like everyone, I hope? It's really an investment in your health when you're ready to take the plunge. So there's 2 ways to get the products. The first way is to become a retail customer. A retail customer pays 24% higher than wholesale, but you can order at any time. You just pay higher prices. Now, the kit we discussed tonight is actually not available to retail customers, but you can buy the oils individually and purchase them that way, retail. But the second and most popular option is a wholesale customer or wholesale member. It's a wholesale account. It's basically like joining Costco or Sam's. It gets you 24% off the retail price. The membership price is included in your kit, and you never pay it again. Like I pay $100 every year to shop at Costco. $110 now? Oh, great. That's coming up in September, our renewal. So we don't have a renewal like that. It's you pay it one time and you're in for life. They do ask that you spend $50 per year, not per month, per year, to stay active. Now, you are not required to sell. You're not required to distribute, promote. You don't even have to teach classes. You can get in just to be a wholesale buyer, and that's what I did. I got in just to be a wholesale buyer, did it for 2 years, had so many ridiculous testimonies that I had to start talking about it. 92% or 92 to 90% of Young Living members are just in it for the discount. There's no required monthly minimums. There's no annual renewal fee, like I said. And the cost of all of that, your membership, your diffuser, and your 11 oils is only $160. That kit is valued well over $300. So it's quite a bargain to get it at $160. Now, the home or dewdrop diffuser alone by themselves retail for $100. And the other 2 kit options, so that makes even the value of the kit seem even better, because just pay $60 more and you have the membership and the 11 oils with it. But the home or the other 2 kit options are, there's 2 other kit options. One has the bamboo diffuser over here on the end, and that one is $170. And then we have the Aria diffuser kit. The Aria is our top of the line diffuser. It's very spa-esque. It plays music. It has a remote control. It acts as a speaker system when you plug your iPhone into it. It plays spa music as well. I love it. Like, every house should have one of these. And it's got these beautiful lights. It's the wooden one over here that's going. But an Aria, you guys listen to this. This is ridiculous. An Aria alone retails for over $300. Just the Aria. But you can get that, your membership, and your oils for $260. You can only do that one time in your young living life, and that's at enrollment. And there's the bamboo. So each premium starter kit comes with the same oils, the same membership, but you choose your diffuser and your price point. It comes with each different diffuser. So I will say another thing about the value of it is frankincense and Panaway alone retail for over $75. That's roughly half the cost of the kit, and yet you're getting a diffuser and 9 other oils. So it's a fantastic and diverse group of oils to equip your home with. 3 equals almost free. It used to be free, but now it's almost free. You can earn this kit for free or almost free by enrolling a few friends with Young Living. I did not realize what I was keeping from my friends and family by not talking about it for almost 2 years. I just used it. If my friends came over, they'd say, "Oh, what's that?" It's a diffuser. Well, what does that do? I mean, they had to pry it out of me. Michelle says she had to ask for my member number 10 times before I would give it to her, because I just kept it to myself, and I did such a disservice to my friends and family by not talking about it, because these oils can be life-changing for so many people. So I really implore you to talk about it, share what's working for you with your friends and family. Now, Young Living does send you a $50 thank you check from them for each person you enroll when you have spent at least 50 PV that month. So if you get your kit tonight and you tell 3 friends about this amazing kit and how you're using it, and then they get their kits, your kit is pretty much almost free. Mine is $10. So I think we naturally share with friends and family the same way we share about movies, maybe restaurants we go to, where I bought this dress, last year, I should get paid for this. Last year, I went to Costco and I found these really amazing dried coconut chips. Have y'all ever had those? They're like the best thing on the planet. And I posted about it on Facebook, and I bet over 100 people commented, "Oh, I'm going there tomorrow to buy that." And I was like, wow. I mean, just the power in sharing with people of things that work for you and that you love, there's a lot of power in that. So, and I did not get a check from Costco for sending 100 people there to buy their coconut chips. Now, Young Living's essential oils are healthy, they're safe, they are highly effective, and they are without yucky side effects. And even better, the oils are not meant to add to your budget. So please don't leave here thinking, "Oh, I just can't add that." They're not meant to add to your budget. They're meant to replace things you're already buying. And that means they're going to take the place of those things that you're buying, and actually probably save you money in the long run, because lemon oil does so many different things. You know what lemon oil costs per drop? 4 cents. 4 cents. Which brings me to my next point. Essential rewards. This is Young Living's frequent buyers program. It is not required, but it is an option. I will say most people do it because of the perks that come with it. It saves you money and it earns you free products back. Most people want to try products, any product you ever buy anywhere. You'll want to probably try it for about 3 months to see if it will make a difference in your everyday life. So you might as well be on Essential Rewards, because they're actually going to pay you to do this. They're going to give you rebate points back for free product. So it can be canceled at any time. It can be started at any time. But you get reduced shipping, and you get an additional 10 to 20% back in points on top of your already 24% that you're saving being a wholesale member. So after your first 6 months, you get 10% back in points. Your second 6 months, you get 15% back. And then after a year, you get 20% back. Now, most stores don't even pay you to shop there, but Young Living does. In fact, it's funny because I see people get really excited about these credit cards that pay 1%, or they'll pay 3% back. Oh my gosh, that's huge. And I'm like, ER pays 20% for me. So that is a huge difference, a huge gap there. Now, some of the perks, did you say something? Plus the paycheck, that's right. The perks, you get to change your process date each month. So if you're traveling or you need to work it around a paycheck, you can change your date every month if you need to. And you can also change your products. You're not going to end up with a closet full of peppermint or thieves. Now, it is a 50 PV minimum per month if you choose to do this program. Again, it is optional, and you can start it or stop it at any time. But it's very easy to spend 50 PV per month when you're replacement shopping, because Young Living has everything from supplements to oils to skincare to hair care to pots and pans and things like that. And there's also discounted pricing on some of their exclusive packages. There's always a monthly promo. I'm really not going to talk about that because I'm pretty sure I'll overwhelm everybody. But there's always a monthly promo when you spend 190 PV up to 300. It's just additional things they add to your order every month, and it changes every month. However, when you combine that with an Essential Rewards order, you can seriously bank on some free product. Now, if you want this kit, please enroll with the referral number of the person who is mentoring you on this oily journey. It is referral based, so your friend will get credit for you getting your kit, and that's good because you don't want to just be enrolled under some random stranger that will probably never support you or possibly never hear from them. So whoever brought you here tonight, whoever sent you the video, please enroll with that person. I think all the teams in here, I know a lot of people in here, I think a lot of the teams represented in this room give access to monthly or local, maybe online classes. They offer one-on-one help, maybe Facebook groups, or they'll post do-it-yourself oily projects or testimonials or other information to keep you in the know. Some have private Facebook groups, so just make sure that you get with the person who enrolled you. Who introduced you. Now, I want to close and say there's 3 types of people here tonight. I know no matter what I say, there's going to be 3 types in here. The first type is thinking, no, thank you. This probably isn't for me, and that's okay. I just want to thank you for coming tonight, taking time out of your schedule. I'm pretty sure you still want to look amazing, feel younger, use non-toxic products. So whoever invited you, just get with them and share those concerns with them, and they will help you get to understand those better. The second type of person, probably a little more serious, is thinking, okay, this sounds really great, but I'm not ready to commit to the full kit. And that's okay. That's fine. We can talk to you after class about where to find the answers you're looking for so that you'll feel confident that your family can somehow benefit from a lot of the products we have. And the third type is going to be the person who's not only serious about using natural solutions for their home, but they want to get started using the products today. So I don't think there's any forms or computers here to enroll with, but when you go home, you can get your friend's sponsor number and let them help you enroll. let them know that you enrolled, because if you don't fill out the form properly, it's just going to place you under somebody random. And then your friend will never know that you enrolled, and you won't know that you were placed under somebody random. So you want to be with your friend and their team so that they can provide the support for you and answer the questions that you have. So you guys are going to have the privilege of getting wholesale pricing as well on any Young Living product you purchase in the future. And then, of course, earning a referral-based thank you check with Young Living. So I'm really excited about that. To conclude, I'm really grateful you guys came tonight. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure being here.
So I thought I'd ask April to, I know, on the spot, a couple things why you're grateful that Michelle twisted your arm to build a Young Living business, because that's like totally changed your life in the last couple of years.
Right. So we had this class, and everybody enrolled, and I got this like crazy check for, I don't know, $300 or $400, and I was like, what just happened here? I just didn't really know. I hadn't really looked into it. And we do network marketing every single day, you guys. You refer somebody to something every single day, and you probably don't get paid for it. So I love that I was getting to tell people about what had changed my family's life, and in hopes that it would change theirs. And so after that, we just kept hosting these classes, and we would write our own scripts, and we would do a ton of research, and people were really hungry for that. People are really hungry for natural solutions right now. So now is the time to let your friends and family know about it. Even if you don't ever want to make a dime off of it, like you don't want to be in this for the money, great. There are shelters, there are missions, there are ministries, there are libraries that need donations. So if you want to donate your check to them, you can totally do that. Don't ever think that you can't do this because you're making money off of it.
And so as you were building, like what happened in your life? She knows where I'm going. What happened in your life that made you grateful that you were having a business on the side?
So 2 years into it, my husband was laid off. And at that point, I was a gold, and I was making enough to sustain a family of 4. And a lot of you probably don't know what gold means, but it's a rank in Young Living, and it was enough to sustain our family. So I was really upset for him that he had lost his favorite job in the world. He loved it. But I was not even worried about the money part. I did want to up my game a little bit and hit platinum. So I did. I really upped the ante quite a bit and hit platinum the next month.
Yeah. But I love that, because sometimes we think, oh, we don't need that, but we don't expect things to happen, right? Medical emergency, a family member, same type thing, laying off, and so your only income supporting your family is gone all of a sudden. And to just not have that stress has been an amazing thing. I just sold my other business 6 weeks ago, and have been blessed for putting all the effort in for 12 and a half years, to be able to retire, and retired my husband last year. So he's had a good year.
So when my husband got laid off, he actually never went back, and we've been at home together for the last 2 years, and our whole family's at home, so it's great to have that all together. I think it's very good to have a plan B, though. You should always have a plan B.
Yeah, good deal. Well, thank you very much, April. Thank you, April Pointer. So I know she said she wasn't going to talk about, but I am, because every month Young Living does not only all the great things you saw in Essential Rewards, but they give you other free oils. So I like to call this building your essential oil library or collection. And you'll get these oils and you'll be like, I don't even know what to use this for. I got to go look this up in my reference material. And then something happens, or a friend needs it, and you're like, I have that oil right here. Didn't cost me anything. So I love that they do that, because oftentimes there are things that you wouldn't necessarily buy if you don't have an issue that can, support healthy, still a work in progress, support healthy systems that you need extra support on. You too can get up in front of people and say the wrong thing. So all that to say, talk to people, and just do your best. Okay, so this month, right? So we got another couple weeks, a week and a half. For 190 PV, they're going to actually send you a 5 ml bottle, just free, like with your order, with everything you've ordered. If it's on Essential Rewards, you even get extra things on that. So they're going to send you a 5 ml bottle of Ravensara, which is a beautiful single oil that helps support healthy lung function. And then if you're on Essential Rewards, they give you an extra one, which is a 5 ml bottle of Aromaseas, one of our favorites. My husband's a cyclist. We go through a lot of Aromaseas in our family. And then with a 250 reward, they do those same 2 oils, but then they add this bottle. Like out of all the things you heard tonight, you get this for free with a 250 PV, which is point value. With most products, Young Living has the oils, the supplements, all the Thieves line, the Ningxia Red. It's a 1-to-1 dollar for point value. So for a $250 order of things you're using anyway, they're going to give you this plus those other oils. And with 300, they're going to give you all those things, Ravensara, Aromaseas if you're on Essential Rewards, the Thieves household cleaner, and then they're also going to add on 10% in Essential Reward points. So if you're already making 10%, that makes it 20%. If you're already doing 20%, makes it 30%. So the value in that just goes up and up. And again, all good. When people are like, oh, I don't really know what to do with those free oils, I tell people, keep a wish list, right, of the oils that you want to try, that you're itching to try, or a little expensive and out of your budget for the time being. You can accumulate those. If you really don't know what to do with those oils, you can buy a bunch of Thieves household cleaner and donate it to, a shelter or a dog kennel or someone who likes to have better things than you have under your sink to clean their house. So there are things that you can do to help support people, right? Or you can take those points, and we've done this, someone that, was diagnosed with something bad and they need some help and they need some, supplements that they've been wanting or needing, or they need extra nutrients, so you want to send them some Ningxia Red, just gift it to them, right? Because you can do it and just have it sent somewhere else. And all you're paying is the shipping for them. So what a great gift to be able to do that. So we do these classes every month, right? Usually the second, sometimes the third week of the month. And then we have a men's class that women are invited to until there are too many men. But we encourage no elbows during the talk, like, I told you needed to do that, or did you hear what he said, or, any of that. We try to limit that. But women are welcome. And so that is the last Tuesday of every month, and that is here. So the next men's class is in a week from now. So we're going to have 2 speakers. So one is our dynamic silver leader, Terry Watson, and he will be speaking on anger management. Oh, yeah. Saw a lot of nodding going on there. And he's going to be discussing healthy ways to approach and respond to different moods. So you heard April say, what do you like to diffuse in the room to help awaken? Or you could also do that to help, chill people out, or to help make it be more joyful in the room when it's not so much. And so there will be some amazing things talked about that night. And he's going to help us take control of our emotions and really teach us how to take every thought captive. And when we think about thinking and oils, there is an olfactory connection there. When you smell an oil, you might think, oh, it smells good, or that kind of stinks, or whatever. But it is doing something to your brain, because your olfactory nerves that stick out of your ethmoid bone in your skull, they're the only outside contact that your brain has with the rest of the world. So when we smell those, that contact goes straight into the brain, whether you like it or not, whether it's a nasty chemical, something you should be breathing, or something really good for you. So the oils, good things, when you smell something, cookies baking, and you're like, oh, I'm at Grandma's house and I'm 5 years old. Same thing happens with the oils, and we can kind of imprint that. So he's going to teach us different things on how to do that. And then Crown Diamond Jim Goodyear, he is going to be talking about the different personality profiles. So he's going to, it's called personality profiling, And so it helps us when we tend to be certain personalities, and like the other ones like totally drive you crazy, or because they're asking all these questions and you're not a question answer or asker, and so you're like all stressed out, and you just think, like that used to make me crazy. I'm thinking, I told you that. What, you think I'm lying to you? I mean, why don't you just understand and accept what I'm telling you? Because I didn't realize that those greens got to have some, all the research and everything to make a decision. So once you understand different personalities, you can understand why they're asking the questions. They're not just here to attack you, right? So I love that he's going to really help you be able to help in your work life, your home life, and certainly your business and how to grow that. So that'll all be next Tuesday. And what's happening on the 2 through 10th of August? Convention in Dallas. You understand that Young Living is over 20 years old, and it's never been in Dallas, but for the last year and a half-ish, we've been the fastest growing and market in the world and have the most Young Living members in the world here in the DFW area, so they decided to have it here. So we are really excited about that. If you don't have a ticket yet, it is sold out, but there are a few around that people grabbed a couple extra or they ended up not being able to. So get with the person that brought you here and say, I really want to go to that, find me a ticket. It is a deal. I mean, 150-ish bucks for 3 days of crazy information. And, I mean, you get served Ningxia Red, you get served amazing everything. I mean, what they put into that, you'll be like, I can't believe it only costs that. But the education will be priceless for you and take what you understand about Young Living to the whole other level. And it's right here. So, like, you don't even have to fly anywhere. So, total no-brainer. So then our next monthly class will be here on the 18th. It'll be the third Tuesday because the Tuesday is, like, right after convention. And, like, I can't get it together before then. So it'll be the third Tuesday. And we always do a Young Living and convention wrap-up. And so that will be some of the key breakout sessions, because you can't go to all the breakout sessions, because you get to choose like different breakout sessions that you want to go to, but you can't go to all of them. So we'll try to recap some of the key ones for you and some of the key products, because, I don't know, Mary told me, I heard over 20-ish new products coming, right? Like they don't have enough going on at corporate right now. So we'll highlight some of those. So we are just really excited to have you guys here tonight. I hope you learned a ton. We are going to break for 10 minutes. If you want to continue talking, we ask that you take your oily conversations outside so that we can start the business class with Ms. Jill Carter here in 10 minutes, all right? Thank you guys very much.